Hey plant pals, this is Mike the Chaotic Gardener. I'm going to do a short quick video on my Aerogarden Sprout, one of my many Aerogarden hydroponic type units. This one happens to be right next to me on my sofa as I watch TV. I sometimes get to enjoy glancing over, looking at it, touching basil, getting a delicious smell from the basil. I get little fruits I can pick. It's a tomato right there. Oops, I don't knock them over. It's a decent sized little tomato, little snacker. The video I'm going to do today is about one of the things you can do with an Aerogarden Sprout. I have 3 Aerogarden plants growing in this sprout right now. Generally, I would only grow one plant in the very center, but I decided to try something different. I like to be chaotic, as the title of my channel suggests. So I'm growing a red heirloom cherry tomato. I'm growing Genovese basil, which I've been harvesting a ton off of. And right here is a Mighty Mini red tomato. Now, I love the flavor of the heirloom red cherry. It's a decent size tomato. It has good flavor. What I'm not a fan of is this one, the Mighty Mini. It's a fun little plant to grow because, as you can see, there's tons of tomato buds on here, and it'll produce 30, 40 little tomatoes. I just don't care for the flavor. I don't think it's a very tasty tomato. It's, like I said, it's fun to grow, and it's neat because it's tiny. I'm a pretty big guy. This is my hand. That's as tall as it has gotten. Zoom out. So it's a tiny little plant. It grows you 30, 40 little tomatoes. It's a determinate variety, which means after it fruits, it dies unless you cut it back, and then you can keep it going. But I'm not going to. It's not my favorite thing. So what this video is about today is what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it. And I'm going to show you some of the fun little alternate things you can do with a empty spot, besides putting more plants, of course, into an empty Aerogarden slot. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out, and I will show you what I'm going to do afterwards. Another tip, I like to keep a dollar store dish tub in the $1.25 store for like when I'm doing things like this. So when I pull this plant out, I have some place to put it, catches all the water, and then I can do whatever I want with it afterwards. I will be right back after I pull that plant out. I did want to quickly just show that this is what the roots look like, and what you can do with this is, if you want to save this plant, you can put it outside into soil, or you can put it into just a glass of water and it'll keep growing as long as you add nutrients. All right, get rid of that. And people will probably ask about what this little guy here is. Oops, let me get rid of some of the debris. This little guy right here is just a little toy ladybug that I got from Amazon. And I'll be speaking more on that in just a moment. Be right back. Okay, got that little bit of mess pretty much cleaned up. And here's the empty hole. Now, what a lot of people will do with this hole is they will buy an Aerogarden cover. Oops, and it just snaps right into place, which is nice and convenient. It blocks the light so you don't get algae. But to me, that's boring. So what I did was, in the same pack of these little, there were like little Garden Pal toys. It was like $5. And it came with things like, oops, like little mushrooms, cute little squirrels. And for my own amusement, what I do is I will take a toy and I will glue it onto the Aerogarden cover. And see, I would give him a little friend. You just super glue it, or whatever your favorite glue is, glue it to the top, and then you have something interesting to look at. Instead of just a black disc, you have something cute. And one of the other things I've done, one of the first things I did was, get rid of that, I bought a pack of little dinosaurs from, again, dollar store, Walmart, glued it onto the top. So I have little dinosaur skeleton buddies. And I made a whole collection of them. And you can do things. Little gnome friends, garden gnome friends. That's one option. But if you do want to go the more less whimsical route, there's also covers like this. I got this from eBay. A guy 3D prints these. I will eventually put the link down to them. Do a full review. I love it. Works great. They also sell 3D printed covers that are just flat discs, and that will cover any size garden's hole. Or you can put golf balls or anything that will fit to cover the hole to block the light. That's all you need. Another trick, what I will do is I will take an empty Aerogarden cover that would just fit in there, and just take a piece of tinfoil, cover it up. Can't do it one-handed, so I'll show you how it looks in a second. And that's what it looks like. Now the nice thing about that is it does reflect a tiny bit. I don't know if it makes much of a difference, but it will reflect a tiny bit of light back up onto the plants. And it's pretty much free, cheap, and easy. Speaking of tinfoil, a lot of people complain about having the Aerogarden Sprout or any other unit, like say in their living room, because the light will bounce off your TV. And I have mine next to my TV. But what I do is I have aluminum foil, and you can get more professional and there's plant blocking screens and things you can buy. This is a couple sheets of foil and some Scotch tape, and it works wonders. It blocks the light from reflecting in my television. And so there's a couple tips for you. Alrighty, hope that was helpful. Please like and subscribe.